Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
Hey everybody, welcome back to a quick beer review. Going back out to Charlton, Massachusetts, continuing through our amazing boxes of Treehouse beer, courtesy of Kelly. I appreciate you, bro. This is another beer I had never heard of and I did not know was a thing. This is called Jewel of the Sea. This is a cool label. It has a Treehouse logo in the ocean, is what it looks like. This is a, per the label, 7.6% alcohol by volume, double IPA. It says Jewel of the Sea is an American double IPA brewed with Citra, Mosaic, and Idaho 7. Full disclosure, I fucking hate Idaho 7. But it seems that these dudes who make good beer and know what they're doing love Idaho 7. So if you're a brewer and you're watching this for some reason, can you explain like the love of Idaho 7? I mean, people say it works well with other hops. I'm not an Idaho 7 guy. I'm not. But it's in so many beers now. So it seems that you guys who know more than me, and probably have better palates than I, seem to love Idaho 7. I just don't understand the love of Idaho 7. I feel like Idaho 7 ruins beers, but it could just be me. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. I don't like Idaho 7. This says a lot of these beers, the stamp on the bottom of the can has been off. It says something about thinking of time or something. I think this was canned on May 17th, so math is hard. 2 weeks in the week and a half in the can time recording. It's fun trying new Treehouse beers. The Fern beers have been oh my gosh, look how hazy this is. Hey Stifler, how's the pale ale? Is this, oh my, what does this look like on camera? This looks like fucking turkey gravy from where I'm sitting. Oh, I don't like the way it looks. It doesn't have to be this hazy. Why are we doing that? I can tell you one thing, I can smell it from here, so that's good. I thought for a second maybe it almost looks brown to me, so I thought maybe it was oxidized, but I can tell you that I can smell it. So it's not. Finger of super fluffy marshmallow head using the Treehouse glass. Could you guys know? Beer tastes better in proper glassware. It is fact. It's science. I mean, you guys can start listening and trying it, or you can just keep doing what you're doing. This has like an earthy funk to it. I think that's the Idaho 7. This is why I don't like Idaho 7. Why does it smell dirty? And not dirty in a good way to me. But this has, I mean, it's a ton of citrus too. It's like overripe orange juice. Maybe is the Mosaic doing that? The earthy thing? I think I'm blaming the Idaho 7 for that. I'm trying to figure out what that is that I'm smelling. I drank a beer recently that had Nelson in it, and it was like way funky, like super funky, almost to the point of like, holy smokes, this is off-putting. It kind of reminds me of that. It reminds me of, and I mentioned it in that video, it's like when you're out in someone's garden, like, and you smell soil. It almost smells like potting soil. But this also has a cool, like, candied, it's candied like tangerine. It's sweet citrus, and it's got like a cool sort of like raspberry thing. And it's like white bread, sourdough bread. Let's go and taste it. Kelly, cheers. Appreciate you. That is very candied. I did not expect it to be that candied. It is sugary sweet on my palate. It's like if you took, what were those? There was like a chewy orange candy when I was a kid that was dipped in sugar. Kind of reminds me of that. This has a good hop bite to it, which is awesome. I've mentioned in several videos, you guys know, these days with hazy beers, I like beers that are, or hazy beers that have like that beer bite to it. This has that. It's not overwhelming or crazy, but it's there. It's like, hey, this is beer. This isn't just juice. And I don't mind that. I like that personally, just as a personal preference. I will say the mouthfeel on this is awesome. It's spritzy. It's full. It's not like laborious to drink, but it's got that, like, excuse me, classic Treehouse mouthfeel. But yeah, this is very candied, very sugary sweet. It's almost a little too sweet. And I don't know what that's coming from. Because it's only 7.6. Yeah, 7.6, right? It's not like it's like if this was like an 8.5 or like close to a 9% beer, I would understand like maybe that sweetness is like a little bit of alcohol I'm tasting. But yeah, it's very sugary, very candied. I like the citrus in this. I like the bitterness, the pithy, zesty part of it. But the finish has like that kind of earthy funk thing, and it's not my favorite. And I think it's the Idaho 7. Idaho 7 ruins beers. Maybe it's mental. I saw that, I just read it was Idaho 7. I didn't look at it. I didn't know what this beer was until I read it when we started reviewing this. And I saw Idaho 7 and I think I was mentally fucked. I don't know what Idaho 7 does that so many people love to beer. Again, if you brew beer with Idaho 7, let me know what it is. And if maybe my brain reading like a positive comment on what it does, maybe I'll start liking it. Yeah, I mean, it's a good beer. It's nothing that's like, holy smokes, this is mind-blowing. I honestly, like, we've gotten to the point, and I looked at Treehouse's site again. There are 1,000, it's not 1,000, but it's over 100 different hoppy beers. It's like, how many recipes do you have? How many different beers can you make? I don't know. Something like this, like, I'm good just having it once. Just give me a flagship beer. Give me Green. Give me Julius. Give me Haze. I bet you these beers are like their old Curiosity recipes that they did. There was like 500 of those, and so they're just renaming the beers from those recipes, maybe. But I feel like there can be too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing? Is that what it is? There's too many fucking hazy beers at Treehouse. There just is. I understand that they're massive, but you don't need this many different hazy beers. Like Kelly sent this rad box, and all of them are double IPAs. Like, how many hazy double IPAs do you need? I don't know. And I'm just saying, this is not a bad beer. I think the Idaho 7 is not ruining it for me because it's not bad. It's just not my favorite, and I would rather drink Green or Haze or Julius or Alter Ego or even Juice Machine. So, or the Fern beers. Give me all those. We'll leave it at that. This is good beer. Like, I'm not hating on this. It's good for the style. It's great hazy beer. So, if that's your thing, buy this and drink it. You'll love it. So that's Jewel of the Sea from Treehouse. Kelly, I appreciate you sharing this one. Do you guys have this one? What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I'm being overly critical. So I'm local to Green Cheek, and I feel like Green Cheek always has a lot of beer on tap, but there's like 15 beers there, which seems like a lot. There's a fucking 100 at Treehouse. Like, how do they do it? I don't understand. So anyways, we don't need to talk about that. I have a lot more Treehouse beer to drink, so we will be back shortly. Appreciate you guys watching. See you soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.